To say to Mr. Michael?
Well, he said he was going to leave you alone, so...
Well, you could hijack the frequency like happened earlier today.
Yeah, but I got it back.
You didn't, Sam. Yeah, Sam was good. I lost the frequency, and Sam was taken up for his Uncle OVT. Sam, I was impressed.
Yeah, they was messing with the wrong guy.
All right. So I did get a message from Brian, and he heard me. That's amazing. No joy coming back this way. All right. Well, Brian, if you're still copying, I'll be on until 8 o'clock, weather permitting, and things only get better as we get towards sundown. So don't give up. And we also have a FT8 activation getting ready to start. Ooh, I have a message. It may have already started. Let's see. Hold on, I got to check these messages real fast. I got several of them. Let's see. Okay, Pat, AC1OC is going to activate on K4A on the Old Miss, I think on 20 meters. And Joe out in Forks, Washington, he's on 14,344. So, Brian, try Joe there. Oh, you may be too close for him, but 14,344. And then, let's see. Okay, I got a picture from Bill. All right, Bill's going to be the next check-in because he got skipped last week, and I have vowed to offer him a radio red carpet VIP check-in. So let's do that. Let me say 7-3 to Mr. Michael. First, Kilo 4, Bravo, Foxtrot, Romeo, always a pleasure. Thanks for being here.
You're quite welcome, sir. I'm going to stick around and listen for a while. I'll probably find a good reason to pick on you hard here a little bit. I know Sam's saving it up so we can double up on you later. K4BFR, back to you.
All right, November 1, Alpha Sierra Sierra. As promised, you have the VIP first class radio red carpet check-in. Good afternoon, Basili Bill. I'm here, Basili Bill. N1 ASS, maybe I was too quick. Are you there? Well, let me read his message a little closer. Maybe he... I'm not sure what to make of that, but he's obviously not on frequency. Okay, well, it wasn't for lack of trying. I'll get Michael to back me up. Sam will say, you never called him. I know. All right, Whiskey 4, Alpha Papa Zulu. There, let's see, Richard, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Welcome to Kilo 4 America. Good afternoon.
Kilo 4 America, good afternoon, sir. W4APZ, Indian Land, South Carolina. You've got a great signal, and I'm here in the 97-degree shack. Over.
Yeah, copy that. We had a significant downpour here, so it's cooled off. All right, very good. 5-9 both ways, and I've got you in the Kilo 4 America log. If for you and those that may not have ventured out there yet, we've very thoughtfully and carefully selected content for the K4A page on QRZ. And if you only watch one of the supplied video links, definitely make time to watch the Paul Harvey video where he speaks about what became of these brave men who shared the risk and put their, well, literally, in one case, their John Hancock on that document. Pretty sobering to see what these men were very noble in the colonies. They came from great wealth, and some of them lost their life as a result of what King George III had declared as treasonous and sedition. Most of them plunged into poverty or exile there, so that's why on the 4th I say happy, safe, and a memorializing 4th of July. Anyway, this has been a wonderful week. We've had activations all over the country between website impressions and contacts. Over 15,000 hams served by Team K4A. Just an incredible choreography there. Just so proud of the volunteer net controllers. So we'll be back next year, and this is the final huzzah. We go up until 0 Zulu this evening. All right, Whiskey 4, Alpha Papa Zulu, Richard in Indialand, South Carolina, 7-3.
Okay, quick comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Mark. I don't know a lot about it, but where I live here, I think we've talked briefly about it. I have some roadside historical markers near my house. One of them is Sumter's Campground, and then I would also, if you could give me a quick recap on Cornwallis coming up through Charlotte and the Hornet's Nest story. Thank you for running the net. I'll be listening, W4APZ, back to K4A.
All right, well, that's a good question. I'll be as fast as I can to answer your question as requested. So when Lord Cornwallis came south, he took Charleston with relative ease, moved inland. Washington learned of this strategy. He dispatched Horatio Gates, and they did battle at the Battle of Camden, where Cornwallis wiped out Gates. Gates fled the battlefield by horseback, abandoning both his wounded and healthy there. It was a very, very dark day for the Continental Army. It was at this time where word spread throughout the colonies that the British were having great success, not only in the north, but in the south. This is when the enlistments really started to swell. You go back up to the north, this was, if you go back to 1777, that's when Washington had success at Trenton and Princeton. But then many historians will say he winterized afterwards at Valley Forge. Well, he did more than winterize. He spent the next 3 years there essentially doing very little. Meanwhile, the British saw this weakness and really only had in their way. And so Sir Henry Clinton, the leader of the British forces, dispatched Cornwallis to the southern campaign. So it was really considered the last stand of Washington's Continental Army to send Gates. And when he was routed at Camden, Cornwallis advanced north, and there was a skirmish at the Battle of the Waxhaws just south of Charlotte. But when they got to Charlottetown, there was a robust resistance there by the militia, but it was eventually put down. And again, just further giving indication that the British were going to win this thing. So more enlistments. The British had all 4 major ports: Boston, Wilmington, Savannah, Charleston. Their resupply was healthy. They had rations. They had black powder and lead. They had French Charleville muskets and brown bess. Every military and strategic advantage. And what Clinton wanted Cornwallis to do was to come up from the south with Clinton to the north, and they would flank the remnants of Rochambeau and the French infantry and force him either into massacre or surrender. And the colonies would be won. It was all going to the British plan. There were these renegade mountain men men. They were called Over Mountain Men, and that's where Cornwallis, while he was in Charlottetown, and had put down the Hornet's Nest of Resistance, as it was known, for which the NBA basketball team is named, by the way. He told his Lieutenant Patrick Ferguson to go and get those scoundrels, those backwater men, the shirtmen, the Over Mountain Men, to bend the knee, to swear allegiance to the crown. And so Ferguson went and carried a threat that if you do not desist in your opposition, I will march my army, cross your mountains, hang your leader, lay waste your land with fire and sword. Well, that's all it took to get those men to come fleeing out of the mountains and confront the British. But that's a story for another time, because that's the Battle of Kings Mountain. And we're back the first week of October for Kilo 4 Mike. That content's still appearing on the QRZ page from last year's event. Encourage you to check it out. The Hornet's Nest, that was just the Patriots, and they were very focused in their resistance. And you got to remember that prior to the Declaration of Independence, there was the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence, and that was May 20th of 1775. James Jack rode by horseback, delivered that to Founders Hall there, and these people in Charlotte to this day believe that the writings in that Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence formed the basis for the language in our Declaration of Independence. But no Xerox machines. Nobody made a copy, and the Mecklenburg copy was lost. Some believe it was destroyed, so it would not be cited as a source document. But anyway, there was a lot of pride in the Patriots in Charlottetown. I will also mention that there was the White House historian that helped Jimmy Carter write his book by that name, Hornet's Nest. And if you get to the back of Carter's book, he does a Q&A with the publisher. And the publisher asked, amongst the questions, if there was one battle or skirmish that you feel was the most significant in all of the Revolutionary War, what would it be? Carter's answer was Kings Mountain. All right, so that is an amplified answer to your simple question. I hope that was of value, Richard. Kilo 4 America, back to Whiskey 4 Alpha Papa Zulu.
K4A. Now, let me tell you something. I've worked in broadcasting for the first half of my life, and you did not stumble or falter any way up through that. How amazing. That was wonderful, and I hope some of the other stations listening heard that and be interesting to check in. We call that the Mech Deck up here, and the Charlotte NBA team, the Hornets, that's how they got their name. And the logo of the Charlotte Police Department is a hornet's nest in its limbs of a tree, and it's on the side of any police vehicle. So hey, I'll let you go. Thanks a lot, man. I'll be around. W4APZ, back to K4A.
All right. Well, thank you kindly. I appreciate it. Well, again, I've just been the beneficiary of being around people. I often will say I've stood on the shoulders of giants to tell these stories, and it's important. We keep these stories alive. There are so many who are after them because they never studied them. They don't understand them. And they have decided that if they destroy the history, it's as if it never existed. It's really a tragedy that there are so many, especially the blue hairs in our country, that believe that history is supposed to only deposit a warm, fuzzy feeling in their tummy tum-tums as they sleep in their mommy's basements. The problem is this group has become very vocal, and they are carrying a narrative. They're willing to share the risk, to be heard, even as bizarre as their position is. So, yeah, look at what these men were willing to do before in America was even close to being realized. What are we willing to do to save her? That's a question to think about. Alrighty, let's see. Thank you, Richard. Let's see. John has... Sam, stop it. KO4JHD, dodging the lightning strikes. Are you there, John?
W4OVT is KO4JHD. Yeah, I just woke up.
All right. Well, yeah, okay. I got it. All right. Sorry to bore you. You're a 5'9". Good afternoon.
Yeah, Roger. I got you 5'7" here on the Paragon. I got some static and all going in with it. The storm's kind of rolling through, but I was watching Expedition Unknown Wednesday night and thought about you. He did an episode on it's called Trader's Treasure of 1776, where he did it on the Doan Gang. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with them. Yeah, type me that in the chat window. I'll comment on it if I can. The static crashes are really hammering you. And I heard that I'm a little bit weak on your Paragon there. So anyway, you're in the log, and thank you. I don't know what's going on. Maybe your antenna is like mine and saturated. KO4JHG 73. 73 Mark, W4OVT, or I'm sorry, K4A, this is KO4JHG.
All right, I need to touch up my tuner here due to the rain. Stand by, please. I'll be right back. That's better. Okay, it's drying out, actually. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Alrighty, where are we going to go next? Let's see. Rick is here to check in. Whiskey Oscar 8 Lima in Pop Town. Rick, good afternoon. Nothing heard. Alpha Bravo 8 Echo R2. Are you ready to check in? Alpha Bravo 8 Papa Sierra Pat, are you ready to check in? All right, over-the-air check-ins for Kilo 4 America. This is the launch edition of the upcoming 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The draft, not the signing. The signing didn't take place until the next month, August 2nd. And so we're here in advance of the 2026. That's when the commemoration happens, and we'll be back next year in the commemorative year with the expanded event. That's the plan. All right, listening for your full call sign phonetically, please. Call now.
Kilo Delta 4, Quebec, Mike Sierra.
Oh, that's a booming signal there, Ron. Carthage, North Carolina, 5'9" and a bunch. This is Mark in Greensboro. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark. It's great listening. I enjoy it all the time, and I learn a great deal. But I have a question, and I hope you're prepared, but if not, I look forward to an expansion on my question. Copy?
Yeah, I'll do my best, and if I don't know, I'll say it. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My question is, at any time during this period that we call the Revolutionary War, how many sailors, infantrymen, and whatever, how many troops did Britain actually have